In this demonstration, we'll see how we can create a brand new site collection under an existing web application. So we're now inside the Sharepoint Central Administration. Let me click on Application Management and click on View All Site Collections, and you can see under the Web Application 20,000, currently I have 3 new site collections. So the objective of this demonstration is to create a brand new site collection under this web application using code. So to get this done, let's go back to Visual Studio and try to create a brand new console-based application. We're clicking on File, New Project, and we'll be selecting a console-based application using C#. So you can see here I have selected C#. It's a console-based application and it is targeted for the .NET Framework 4.5, and I'm going to call this as Create Site Collection. And let's also keep the same name for the solution as well. And let's click on OK. So once this brand new project gets created, we need to first of all take into references the required assembly, which is Microsoft.SharePoint. In every program that we use SOM, Microsoft.SharePoint.dll, that assembly needs to be taken into references. To get this done, let's go back to View and Solution Explorer. So let's click on View and Solution Explorer and right click on the references and click on Add Reference and select Microsoft.SharePoint.dll. As I have already explained to you in the previous demonstrations, this assembly comes from the folder SharePoint root under 15 ISAPI. So under 15 ISAPI, you can see the Microsoft.SharePoint.dll, and this file we need it in every application that uses SOM. So click on OK. The next step is, because SharePoint is 64-bit, all your applications that you develop must also be 64-bit. So from the project, click on the properties and change the platform target to 64-bit. So I click on build, and the platform target, I set this to x64, and then we can start coding. So that way, in every example that I'll be demonstrating, I'll be taking into references Microsoft.SharePoint.dll, and also I'll be setting the platform target to 64-bit. And the next step is to take 2 different using directive statements, like using Microsoft.SharePoint and using Microsoft.SharePoint.administration. And then we will put our code inside the main function now. Let me paste the code that I'm ready with. So we're now ready with the code. So first of all, whenever you're trying to develop applications for SharePoint as a developer, you need to get handle of the site collection with which you would like to work with. And this statement is doing the same thing. So SP site is what it represents, a site collection. So we have to create an object of the SP site by passing in the URL of the site with which you would like to get connected. So in this scenario, we're trying to connect to the site collection that's running on the port number 20,000. So once you get the handle of the site collection, I'm trying to say site.webApplication. You're trying to get the handle of the web application to which this site collection belongs to. Now you have the web application handle. So SP site, SP web application, these are the core classes. Now the next step, under this web application, we need to create a site collection. To do this, we're trying to add a brand new site collection under this web application by saying webapp.sites.add. First, you have to pass the URL of your site collection. Then you can actually pass the title. I'm setting the title as training site and some description like SPS 2013 training. And this 1033 is your LC ID, which is 1033 is actually for the US English code. and it's a fixed one. And then the next parameter is what type of site template are you planning to use for this site collection. Again, this is a reserved code. STS-0 means SharePoint team site. And then you need to specify who is the owner of this brand new site collection. In this scenario, I'm actually setting myself as the site collection owner. And the last two parameters represents the owner name, which is administrator in this scenario, and the last parameter is the email. So that is how this single line will actually help me to create a brand new site collection under an existing web application. So let's actually go ahead and try to build a solution to check for any compilation errors. If no errors, we'll actually go ahead and try to run this. The build is now successful. Let's actually go ahead and try to click on the start button. Now we're actually running our program, and this will create a brand new site collection under an existing web application. Let's wait for the output. The program execution got over, and now I'm inside the SharePoint Central Administration looking at the list of site collections under this web application. Now you can see this is the brand new site collection that we have just created. So let's actually access this site collection by copying this URL and try to open that in a new browser. So now you can see we are now looking at a brand new site collection that we have just created under an existing web application using server object model approach.